The ACA is about 15 years old, which explains why Republicans are trying to fuck it.
I cannot believe in the year of our Lord 2025, in the United States of America, there are people who live in this country who do not know that Obamacare was a slur by the Republicans for the ACA. I can't believe it. You know, the world used to think that Americans were intelligent and smart. But because of this TikTok, the world now realizes that Americans are easily manipulated, lied to, and they just absorb it into their brain. The latest is that because of the ACA, premiums have gone up. No, that's another manipulation by the Republicans. Corporations, United Healthcare, Cigna, Humana, all of them set the rates. Corporations. And how do they set the rates? They have what are called actuaries. Actuaries. And it's a game of like chance. The actuary calculates how many of you Americans will seek health care, what the premium will be, and how much profit they will make. Yes, that's how it works. It has nothing to do with the legislation. It has to do with GREED. This is what Luigi was trying to tell you.
All right, folks, thank you so much for clicking on this video. Thank you so much for always come back to support our channel. Then, I can't believe how many people are just realizing that, Obamacare and ACA are the same thing. These MAGA folks have been cheering for years to end Obamacare. Now they're in tears because it turned out they've been using it while the whole time. Man, today we are diving into hilarious and sad reality of how, political ignorance can literally make people lose their healthy insurance. They voted for that. They really voted for that, and they didn't know that it is the same as the ACA. Right now, it's very difficult and very expensive to register with the insurance. And folks, that's what you voted for. We have some reaction we are going to watch together. Please watch till the end. I'll come back with more commentary.
So the health insurance marketplace just opened today here in Oklahoma. And I just went and looked up my current plan. And it's going up by 160%. I can't afford that. We knew this was coming. I don't know why I'm surprised. It was just shocking to see it in black and white. 160%. So I knew this was very likely, but I'm not going to have health care next year. I'm 57, I'm healthy, but all I can afford is the catastrophic care. This is the richest country in the world. But my government doesn't care about me. My government doesn't care about my health care. Again, I knew this. I'll make a longer video later when I can deal with it. But yeah, reality set in.
Okay, guys, we got to take it easy on MAGA. Yes, sure, they falsely believe that Democrats want to give health benefits to the undocumented migrants, even though it has always been a federal law that states that undocumented migrants do not get access to the ACA. But speaking speaking of the ACA, guys, you got to remember who we're talking to. We're talking to people who have willful ignorance. They won't research anything. I mean, don't forget, these are literally the same group of people who thought that Obamacare and the ACA were two completely different programs. Okay, so you got to understand the intelligence level that they have and what you're trying to compete with. I mean, nobody can stoop down to a level that damn low when you just, they won't even, oh my God. I mean, again, these are the same ones who believed about the cats and the dogs being yum, 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 here in Ohio. Oh my gosh. Oh, it's comical at times, but also sad at times because like they truly do not know how to think for themselves. I mean, whatever Mike Johnson says, because remember, Trump was an informant for the FBI, according to Mike Johnson, and that he worked with the FBI to bring Trump down, or I'm sorry, Trump worked with the FBI to bring down, Jeffrey Epstein. There's no documentation of that, and even Mike Johnson had to back check on it. But like I said, guys, we got to understand that we are dealing with people who they're just not intelligent. I mean, that is the reason why Trump loves them so much, and Trump hates us. Remember what he said: smart people don't like me. And notice how all the people that like Trump are not the smart ones. So like I said, guys, let's cut them a break. Just a real tiny break. Because I still love dog walking the shit out of them because they just make it so easy. MAGA, you will never win. Liberals own you, we will always own you. So just get used to it. Just be quiet, okay? Go sit in the corner of the room, suck your thumb, and pretend that Daddy Trump actually cares who the fuck you are.
So the new thing now is all these people coming on here. Well, if Obamacare's too expensive, then maybe that's the problem. Maybe it's been 15 years and Obamacare is still so expensive. So what's your fucking alternative? Where's the GOP alternative to the ACA? Because first of all, if the ACA gets cut, any small business, I have a small business, we have a small business, we depend on the ACA. The ACA is the only way that you can afford to buy insurance if you're trying to start a small business, okay? And if you are too young to remember that before the ACA, insurance companies could just deny you for any pre-existing condition. They could just say, oh, no, you have diabetes. We're not going to cover you ever. You don't ever get to, oh, you had cancer? You had cancer 10 years ago? No, we're just not going to cover you ever. You just don't get to have insurance. That's what the ACA fixed. The ACA fixed the lifetime cap. So if you got like a cancer that needed long-term treatment, at some point before the ACA, insurance companies could just say, we've paid out your lifetime limit, and it doesn't matter if you need another year's worth of treatment to survive, we're not paying for it. Those are the type of things the ACA got rid of, and you or helped. And if you want to change that, if you want to get rid of that, then give us a fucking alternative. And that is why the Dems will not vote for Republicans, because that is exactly what they're just trying to rip it away, and they have no plan to fix it. They have no plan. They never have. Donald Trump, the day when he was running for president the first time, 2015, I have a plan. And then you'll remember this time during the debates when he said, I have concepts of a plan. It's been 15 years since the ACA, 15 years of Republicans whining and bitching and crying about how much they hated the ACA, and not one single time has a single Republican come up with an alternative plan. And now they're just going to fucking stop subsidizing it. And if they stop subsidizing it, everybody on the ACA's medical insurance is going to double, quadruple. Everybody on Medicaid, everybody that has private insurance. Because those subsidies were paid from the government to the ACA to cover the cost of not making people just lose their insurance because they had a a pre-existing condition. And so when you take those subsidies away, there's insurance, that's a bunch of money insurance companies aren't going to be getting from the government. They're still going to get their money. They're just not going to get it from the government. So they're going to get it from us. And you guys just want to keep coming on here bitching about the ACA and how it made everything more expensive. Well, sorry. Then come up with a different plan. One fucking Republican. Show me one fucking Republican. Mike Johnson just came out and said, everybody knows it's Republicans working on healthcare. Fucking bullshit. We have never seen any fucking healthcare plan, not one sentence from Republicans. So quit your fucking bitching and understand that they're trying to fuck us all. They're trying to fuck us all. And you're going to let them because you've bought the bullshit that the ACA is the problem. Losing the ACA would be the problem because there is no fucking backup. They have no fucking plan. They're just trying to fucking fuck us over. How are you guys not seeing that? How is that so hard to understand?
Now, when we see the situation of insurance right now in the United States, man, it is very difficult right now to register or to buy your insurance right now. You know, and that's what people have been cheering. That's what people have been saying, you know, mostly the MAGA, like they want to dismantle the Obamacare. Okay, they didn't want even to understand if Obamacare have any relationship with the ACA. For them, they understand that it is completely a different thing. But then they have realized that it is the same. It is the same law. ACA, Affordable Care Act. I believe right now it's not even affordable. It's unaffordable. All right? Then Obamacare. They wanted to dismantle it. Then right now, it is the moment where they wish they can have it. Many states are registering and just buying the insurance right now. But when you see the prices, how things are, man, it is so difficult to buy an insurance. Yeah, that's how it is. So if you see different testimonies of the people talking about before the Obamacare, how things were, man, it was so worse. Things were not okay. Things were not really good. Then it comes to Obamacare where they were helped and they were able to afford insurance. Right now as we speak, the government shutdown is keeping on. It is the longest government shutdown that ever happened. Man, people are going to struggle with insurance. Like the way they are struggling with their food, you know, because of the food stamp have been cutted. Man, it is so difficult, man. These end days of the year, it is difficult to Americans, mostly the poor Americans, those who cannot afford. But who are we going to blame because of all this? We're going to blame you, MAGAs. MAGAs, we're going to blame you because you're the one who brought all this to the extent where Americans are not afford even food on the table. They were okay with the food stamp. They were okay with the SNAP. It is okay. We found out that the majority of people on the food stamp are the white folks. Why they were saying, oh, we are happy that they're getting the food stamp. Then you find yourself in a situation where you're losing your SNAP and you are celebrating that black folks are losing their food stamp. So it is the far from moment to the people who have celebrated this, because right now, if you can't afford your insurance, you can't afford your food on the table, how are you going to survive? Is this America you dreamed? Is this American first, like the way you voted American first? Are you always telling you that that was the best? That was something really nice that the MAGA have voted for America first. But what we are experiencing with our own eyes, what we are experiencing right now, man, it is not American first. It's America last. Because you cannot convince me and you cannot tell me how, you know, the people fund Argentina with almost 40 billion US dollars, and then the fellow poor or even other Americans lose insurance, lose SNAP benefits, lose food stamp. Yes, we can cry like our taxes are being spent wrongly, but you cannot cry that your taxes are supporting the fair Americans. Who is gaining from this? Billionaires, they're the one gaining from this. But the American, the citizens are not gaining anything. It's suffer to suffer. Because, yes, they were Doge. You remember the Doge? What's the initiative of the Doge? Cutting off all the government spending, something of a sort. But if it's for helping the citizen of the country, it is not cutting it. It is just helping the Americans. If you cannot help your people first, who are going to help? It's so crazy to find out that Americans are suffering right now, because they don't have insurance, okay? They don't have food, and then they always pay taxes. Yes, so we should be happy that taxes are going into something reasonable, something that helps the fellow American. Okay, those who are not able to afford insurance, who are not able to afford food. Okay, but what's happening in this November? It is nightmare. It is crazy. So crazy. People are suffering, man. So, which takes me to the point asking the MAGA, is this the America you wanted? Is this the American dream you wanted? Are you really making it great? Because your motto was make America great again. It is okay. Maybe you've seen that America is no longer great, but I'm asking you, are you making America great? Really? Is this America you dreamed? Is this America great that you wanted? That is the question you should ask if you're a MAGA watching this video. Your vote, it is so important. It can be destructive and it can also be constructive. So you can assess your mind, assess your action, assess your vote and see if your vote have been constructive or if your vote have been, destructive. Because after you voted, many people's life changed from good to bad. Yes, and even worse. Because right now we see many families suffering because of the policies people voted. So, which bring us to the point where we say our votes are so important. You MAGA, you messed around. So, man, nothing sweeter than your tears, because if you're affected with this, man, there is nothing sweet than your tears. For real, I'm telling you. Because if you cry that things are happening to you, man, I don't have any sympathy for you, because you're the one voted for that. You're the one caused that. You're the one brought that. You're the one, you're the one. You're the center of everything. You're the center of all the suffer the Americans are facing right now. That's the truth. So nothing sweeter than your tears. If you cry hard, if you cry, I don't know, but nothing sweeter than your tears, because what you did, it is wrong. This is not America you wished. I believe this is not the America you wanted. People were getting insurance. People were getting support. But then you wanted to dismantle the Obamacare because, it is Obama. And then you implement the ACA. But where your delusion is, you don't know that all those are the same. Whether Obamacare, whether the ACA are the same thing. Why haven't we realized that all these things are the same? MAGA, this is not America you wanted. I believe that. I really, really believe that. I'm telling you. Because many times the MAGA movement have branded Obamacare as a failing, socialist and disastrous government program. Okay, often using the name itself as a, political, pejorative. The term Affordable Care Act, ACA, was frequently used in more neutral or policy focused context, and for many who opposed Obamacare, the distinction between the two was genuine. So if you opposed Obamacare and right now you're losing it, man, nothing sweeter than your tears. A significant number of people who identified as opponents of Obamacare were simultaneously beneficiaries of the ACA most popular provisions, such as protection for pre-existing conditions, subsidies for lower cost plans, or the ability for young adults to stay on their parents' plan longer. So now you're losing both, whether the Obamacare or the ACA. You're losing both. So it is gonna be crazy. What my prayer is for people to get back their insurance. I pray for people to get back on their feet and get the insurance, because let me tell you folks, insurance is so important. So man, we cannot see people suffering with their health. Health is the first priority, the important. So I believe things will turn around. Let's keep praying, because things are not really easy. And tell me, what do you think about this? Tell me what do you think about this topic? What do you think about this losing both Obamacare and the ACA? What's going to happen? Man, it is going to be crazy. Let's keep a conversation in the comments below. I am a presenter, Vikazo. Thank you so much for watching.